Memo obi akwa bambra Legendz Studioz so waba nana adwubro memo obi akwa ba medini nana opie ko bibu attendant betumi afrem dare legend memo obi akwa ba nana no minchia obi a minchia agege minchia agingiri minchia kwakudu nsu minchia kwakuntebe we go straight to the point nsem bi course wo Ghana ha ehya ase nne na nso ene na nyame adom nyame yi abrewa yi puma kwan ma wo se nana mebeka ho asem ntino mesere ogibre na ka me ho na ye mpense mu na ne sei munyina munim be ya adwen se oman Ghana de ye chichirefo ne ye founder nyi abroni beka no potokasem se founder na freedom fighter oboa ma Ghana independent ensa kan independence de na ye opini Dr. Kwame Nkrumah se bi wanya ne baby ko na ne nkwaso na oman biya mu no se nipa titiri bi abetrem na se oyo bibi bo oman na ya ye bibi edition nanimonyam impo no se abusua nkakra ye wo ye fiefi mu mpo no se obi bo bra na peni sorry se peni bi bo bra o ye si saman panso ne ye de ye to ni badi se peni bi bo bra pa na abusua no obi awa obi so de ne bato sa peni no timi tie kra anya hwe de me ato peni bi a wa bo bra o ti ase ntino Dr. Kwame Nkrumah adwuma obebbo ma Ghana de na nya asem ketwa papa ne bo adwuma pa ne abrofo no preso no kure ne se enye ono nko an emu na di anim na ye spearhead na the poster boy the main man o pre fa wodi ma ya chese oji o man si ho na ya yenyoma bebre mum de ahye na nimonyam de bi ni Kwame Nkrumah circle ni statues ni ade and apart from Ghana crown mama hodo bebre crown so ayeye mall streets universities ni ade Ghana crown say hotel kanye we hotel ni ade aton nanso so obehwa we from 2007 President Kufuor I mean former president of Ghana President Kufuor redenomination yes science say Ghana in Cedis kasemu free tete currency and or images near there wa ye de ba modern one no ye baku titiri pa de share Kwame Nkrumah nimonyam which was the two Ghana cedis note I just na Kwame Nkrumah ti daso Kwame Nkrumah ti kese Kwame Nkrumah ti Ghana de bia yesere obende Kwame Nkrumah ti kese ti daso de hin na waje jini kenti kama bi no pose fanboy Kwame Nkrumah den tan no so fanboy ba no ye fan fanboy ze nya masem me de aka ye de ye ne ma itino ye the two cities no ehye da dedicate ma Kwame Nkrumah ye de ne picture to so a na ye di ehim wo Ghana ha nyina ye su ma ye yusu a anya hwe se wo fa na wakai se ampa Nkrumah na oje ye man si wo na ye nyina kakra ne ye kai dan so mre kakra ni be ye 2020 mu wo ba 2021 mi ha mani nka na ado amamu na ado ne ba omi amamu mu ho no na ase two cities no a Kwame Nkrumah ti da so no eje he oyi film just ode ne ho ka ahaban ya yehwe ne ba bi enyi je se ma hwe Kwame Nkrumah mi aminipa mi amiti mi ye Nkrumah nihist and I can say Nkrumah nihism mi jitum me support am ye a member of that mini certification bi na bibi eche na so me ji sa ideology ni tum me ye Nkrumah nihist okay sorry Nkrumah yeah tinu me ye Kwame Nkrumah big time supporter as a we ye rougher one ha me proud intinu me hwe ne din antu de ohwe me phone stool ni nyina Kwame Nkrumah nam de na ye ntu so oba me phone we so a nim se mu hu a ohu Kwame Nkrumah kra na ye mo wallpaper is in and out me WhatsApp we ni ade nyina no onam de na to wa just say hu bia encourage me as a son of Africa and then be bold and move forward and take on any force that will come our way me who say city no I just a two cities ni ko yira ye ne ade no na me busebusa me say adan afa hin aye din 90 no e bi busu Brazil concerns in fact video we was inspired from by YouTube sorry a Facebook video I mean who here like 3 years ago no boy bi busa say two cities note na afa hin so me hwe din a no credit two cities note no hu no ba bi at least 1 cedi, 5 cedis, 20 cedis, another note in your say, and that's so boy you might then so 2 cedi note ye found that ye nyina ye jitu say nyina ye found about Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah cedi paper note ye dey ahye nanimunyam na ya just I me nim. When was the last time I won be waiting me a comment or I see one man cause me de me hu bi ache pa me hu bi ache cedi no me hwehwe bi me hwehwe me hu na efe so pa yellow kama bi enso me hu bi nti na ha adwen me nso me nya economics na me nya bibi nti me de asem bia ha me adwen kakra sisi ya de AI aba nti ya ma to gina no ma wura wo no ma kubusa den ne si den nti na eba sa nti we man say ho kra na me se ye ne Ghana ni as me show concern aden na two cedis note na yira wen ayira aden na chite every economy no hwehwe ba bia kra yi hu nti video we so me say send akọ Bank of Ghana ne Ministry of Finance Dr. Atuforsin Kasel Atuforsin mu hu a mu ka bibi nkyere ye na ye hu se mo de beba na de nti na ekọ wa ase nti no ma me nsem kwa ye nkọ na ye hit no straight away na ye nkọ na mre ni ho ene no first time so na wo hu video a mo de so be subscribe na ba kire wa adwin so na like video no so na ye ko yenim kakra ni na kakra ye ko nti bi ko ChatGPT na say na me busa ne say oh me ChatGPT my friend Legend you know my nickname is Legend so I'm not my nickname is not Legend my name is Legend Darren Legend so besides my name no say my friend Legend now besides oh Legend do you realize the disappearance of the two cities notes in Ghana's economy so what can you say about it as a me besides say na say wo wa hye no so a ChatGPT de wa bi hu nti no woni on this schedule woni besides nti no wa edin wa hwe Ghana amamu ni economy ni mo wa hu say two cities note no ayire free economy ni mu ana nti die no obe de obe ka fa ho na ni ti na so or catch me no say yes boss it's quite noticeable that the two cities note has gradually disappeared from everyday use in Ghana. Here's what's really happening and why. No catch me say I no kre mira no kre ni say two cities note na kakra say ayire free yen dada sitini ma yedi to ade yedi din kita ho a je say ye hu ni Ghana e bi kakra na say gradually disappeared no asetire no watch him say de me bobo bosu yi a me kan no brofo ma chiri mu twi no say de me bobo bosu yi eni die nti a two cities note no ye hu no bi o say one cd ye wo 5 cities, 10 cities, 20 cities, 50 cities, hundreds, 200 cities, 200 cities. But ni nyina da so wo but two cities ni pen na just ayira. You know what I'm say one, the Bank of Ghana strategy. There's a Bank of Ghana no na ne hihye mu no why ne say two cities note no nkaka enyim film economy ni mu na ye nhwe. Nti o say the Bank of Ghana strategy. You know say the Bank of Ghana has been phasing out smaller denomination notes, especially the 1 cedi and 2 cedi notes, in favor of coins. The main reason is durability. Notes wear out quickly because they are used frequently in daily transactions, while coins last much longer. And like I say, a Bank of Ghana and say was say ni sika semu ni ade se mo ka ya nan se the 5 cities 200 cities ni ade fufuro baba enti no o se Bank of Ghana hye mu se no o sesem so obeyi 1 cedi note and 2 cities na afrim enti no because o see 2 cities ni 1 cedi na same tem enti no o mpese o mo yi anu fim no mo de coins ni si na nan se de be ya coins de won se da de enti eche but 2 cities ni ade de ara na atete enti no say the then governor Dr. Ernest Addison even mentioned that the 2 cedi note will eventually be phased out. It's not cost effective to keep printing it. And do not say, enkane governor, na so titire nya na ohwe Ghana is for nyina sikasem so ye bank sikakura brand nyina na hwe so Dr. Ernest Addison and oka say enche nkakran ye be yi 2 cedis note no or say 2 cedi note no specifically or see the 2 cedi note will eventually be phased out. It's not cost effective to keep printing them. Okay, it was say the 2 cedi note specifically, not the 1 cedi note, 5 cedi, 10 cedi, 20 cedi, but the 2 cedi note will be eventually phased out. Yeah, no, no. I think so. Number two, I see the 2 cedis coin replacement. Now, I think so. See the 2 cedis coin was introduced to replace the note. However, most Ghanaians find coins bulky and inconvenient, so they don't circulate widely. Many people reject or hoard them, which makes the note seem to have vanished instead of being officially withdrawn. Nti no say 2 cedi note no no ebi yɛsa yɛ mo hu ayɛ 2 cedi coin bi aba na yɛ ye ni ye 2 cedi note refro na yɛ de coin na be hyɛ den abesi anan na ha no ɛkeka kɔ no ma me dream bibi minim de ɔwɔ so wɔ dwen no ma me hu wɔ comment section ho. Nti no say 2 cedi note no yɛ anokorɛ nkaka ye yɛfro na yɛ de coin abesi anan. Afei so say number 3, inflation and value perception. Afei say with inflation and rising prices, small denominations like 1 cedi and 2 cedi now have less purchasing power. People tend to prefer higher denominations, 5 cedis, 10 cedis, 20 cedis, 50 cedis, because they make transactions faster and easier. Just say, and now nyoma boss where cocoa sro ni ade inflation. There's a nyoma yetu tu ma brabi ama 2 cedi ni 1 cedi note no. Amanfoɔ mpɛ ne use bio because ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmo use sika emu odu na ɛbɛboa ma nkitahodie dwadie so akɔ so ntɛntɛn sɛ wo use 2 cedis ne ade na ɛmɛdwadie kɔ slow kakrakra. Afei number 4 say printing cost versus economic value. Na sɛ yɛkɔ print sika no wɔ aburokyima mu de aba ha ma yɛdi a ɛhɔ no sika yɛtua ne ade no ɛne economy ni sɛ de ebe use no ɛno nso ho nsunsuasoɔ nso na ɔsɛ it's also is expensive to constantly print 2 cedis notes when they don't last longer. Coins, while costly to mint initially, are long-term saving measure for the central bank. I say, said Dan then ya printed 2 cedis note na every any boy ding. Chin say any boy ding na so ya de buy nche na atete na asay ni ade. But 2 cedi coin ne de emum ne boy ding say ebe print na so ɛkyɛ no ɛboa ma Bank of Ghana nso ne nhyehyɛeɛ no ho henhan no wɔ mu. Nti afei wɔ ChatGPT saa de ma me sɛ, in short, the disappearance of the 2 cedis note isn't accidental. It's a planned move by the Bank of Ghana to reduce printing costs and push the use of coins. But since Ghanaians prefer notes to coins, it has caused sorry, it's caused this visible disappearance in circulation. Nti afei wɔ se 2 cedi na ayerɛ ne nyinaa no nyɛ atɔrɛnkyɛm a kyɛ sɛ ɛhyɛ ɛda ne si yɛ na mmom Bank of Ghana na nhyehyɛeɛ mu na ma afei de 2 cedi note na ayera a yɛnhu bio a kyɛ sɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ no kyerɛ kwan bi a yɛnhu. Nti no ɛna mekɔɔ so busa sɛ ade nti na kyɛ sɛ throughout wɔfollow readings ne ade no a wobɛhu sɛ ɔmo ka 2 cedis 2 cedis 2 cedis 2 cedis na me sɛ ɛna busa ChatGPT sɛ what about the 1 cedi note? What about the 1 cedi note? Why is it still in use? Na busa sɛ ade nti na 1 cedi kyɛ sɛ krataa kɔkɔɔ ne deɛ ɛndeɛ ɛda so yɛde use na ɛne ɛndeɛ ɛno nso sɛ ɛno nso yɛ note nketewa no bi ade nti yɛda so use ɛno na 2 cedis no mu mmerɛ no mu odu no deɛ yɛgya use na ChatGPT ka kyerɛ me sɛ good question boss, that's something a lot of people have noticed too. Unlike the 2 cedi na ase nokorɛ nsɛmbusa papa a amanfo bebree nso ahyɛ no nso na ɔsɛ unlike the 2 cedis note, the 1 cedi note is still in circulation and here is why. Ɔsɛ nokorɛ 2 cedi note no deɛ ampa yɛyɛ fam nanso 1 cedi no deɛ ɛda so ɛredi ahim wɔ yɛn economy no mu na ɔsɛ one, high public demand. Deɛ nti a 1 cedi ɛda so use ne sɛ high public demand na kyerɛ sɛ amanfoɔ dodoɔ naa pɛ 1 cedi note no use kyɛn 2 cedis no nti na ama 1 cedi deɛ ɛda so hunu. Just even though the Bank of Ghana said they would phase out both 1 cedi and 2 cedi notes, Ghanaians still heavily depend on the 1 cedi note for daily transactions, especially for things like trotro fairs, market purchases, street vending, and small businesses. And we say, the 1 cedi note in the that's using this. ɛno no de bia no yɛ use nti na amanfoɔ de ti ɔmo trɔtrɔ kaa yɛde di dwa nso ne ade amanfoɔ nso bodwabodwa MTN ne ade nsuo a yɛtotɔ no street ne ade nti na ɛma yɛda so use no nti no because coins aren't popular, people prefer the 1 cedi note, so the Bank of Ghana allows it to keep circulating to meet public demand. And next, number two is a gradual phase out, not abrupt. I think the Bank of Ghana isn't removing it suddenly. They are doing it gradual, letting the one city notes stay around until there are enough coins in circulation and people are ready to accept them. I say after Bank of Ghana, ne yani kakra kakra. Yes, so much that no muyi two cities note no and go for one city in Sukan and so empathy be in boom. We yani kakra kakra near the coins they twelve near pushy. Then kakra and yi one city two city in air. Nti no, say number three so psychological and cultural preference. Or say Ghana for nso say be ya dream ni ya memory culture. Ya memory mu saying na ye pet note ni sikasem useful for. No say many Ghanaians still don't like coins. There's a Ghana for do na ye pet coins. To be akọ to ade we bu na o man coins or say on pe ni ade. Ha dream ni am. Or say many Ghanaians still don't like coins. They are seen as bulky, easy to lose, and less money like. Then one CD note, on the other hand, feels more valuable and convenient, especially when paying small amounts quickly. There's a Ghana for the one and pay coins use it. Still now, yeah, say one CD note in the paper, two CD paper note in the pen, and one the pen the Bank of Ghana move to move from Famra. You see about a governor won me refi kakra. Me penam de abama bondin. And I feel was in short, the one CD note is still around because one, people use it daily more than the two CD. Was in it is a one CD note in it that's all because I know the amount for a tie you switching two CD no, two CDs no. I feel was B. Coins haven't caught on. Oi, we didn't mean to move you. Coins haven't caught on. Yeah, we are giving me tree. But wow, what brofu ya say about me chemu tree now. Coins haven't caught on. Yes, me tia say about say him say and catch it one like said the omo say coins no kakra kakra enyi one city note ni phone eyi one city note and do some pempers so nti na eda so one city note no eda so we hin afi ma I will say C. And the Bank of Ghana wants a smooth transition, not chaos in small transactions. I will say Bank of Ghana, person omo ye no bunya boko na ye ne kakra kakra na yin fu na chese obi a ho ato no. Na afi dem say chat GPT ye okike de me hu ni za o. Every arena one city note de wo na two city note a yeah, Doctor Kwame Nkrumah ti da so de ye free ho na ndi ehwim na one city de ye ne kakra na two city de just why yira ye hu na kira kwankwa mze maza chat GPT me nti ase na sa ade a maybe say when did the phasing out of the two cities note start na me say sa ade a chat GPT ya ne da ben kura na ana afi be mu kura na two cities note na Kwame Nkrumah ti da so no ye sha ase ye free system no mu kura near the coins nana. You know, see, great question, boss. Here's the timeline clearly. When it started, after was it bright shall say a year from no say the phasing out of the two cities note began around 2021 after an official announcement by the Bank of Ghana during a monetary policy committee MPC press briefing in September 21. In September 2021, Dr. Ernest Addison, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, publicly said the two CD note will eventually be phased out. It will be replaced by the two CD coin, which is already in circulation. Then Bank of Ghana need the trim pony ni country absolutely nyane one day. What can say two CDs no be year free economy system there. And one be year free to say. And no music as some wish she one no more year no say si kakra bia ho no no. I two CD note in the head and you mu be year free. Sa na o kan here. It was one more 5 CDs, one more 10 was 2 CDs in the be. You know me say then I didn't think sika no mu ma Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ti da so na mu ye film. There's a adi bibi wom. Cause o de me ndu ameka nti wo kire wadwen wo hwe na bibi wom a kire wadwen o comment section. I say and I was what happened after 2021? Was it from 2022 onward the Bank of Ghana stopped printing new 2 CDs note. Let's say from 2022 ba besi net day 2025 near make say na yara ban kura 28 October 2025 for there I do kura there is a Bank of Ghana masa Kwame Nkrumah 2 cedis note wɔ gya printing yɛtwi mu time on printing biem ɛnɛ ne kyena so ka ho yɛnte ase a yɛmfa no nkɔ court agyegi sɛ wotie bi o. Commercial banks and ATMs began receiving 2 cedis coins instead of new notes. Next, you see how there two notes in the year from. Say Kwame Nkrumah tibeda so pa the end as you be year from here the coins abisu. Sound normal can ha. You know, say by 2023 to 2024, most 2 cedis notes in circulation had become worn out and were collected by banks, which is why you rarely see them today. It was say after 2023 ni 20 enkusi last year 2024 ni dey na 2 cedis notes dey there just say twem ma Bank of Ghana cry that gigi bebre na kogu ne honum ama just say ye nim the ode ye cry na fi say Bank of Ghana ni ye reason grind ni nyina so nti ode ye saa ni mu anya ne say the bank gave three main reasons for this. One, high replacement cost. 2 cedi notes wear out fast. Next was a boka air printing notes. Number two, durability of coins. Next was a printing coins now at least it may last you over 10 years. Next, if you do it, you can coins need to meet it now. Me use then so paper need your printing per 2 weeks per now. Okay. And also number three, better currency management, focusing on notes that last longer and are used in higher value transactions. Next, I was say 2 cedi notes in there, just a non quantity and check by 1 cedi, 5 cedi, 10 cedis, 20 cedis, 150, and the check in the end of the jar to system. Now I'm say Bank of Ghana, maybe the money making the mass mentiasi, mentiasi, maybe some ye. Cause yet Ghana at that time na do beka say enye Dr. Nkrumah nkwa na je Ghana si wo na na ono so ni wo fa event say dan kwa je bi dan kwa musu je bi nti ono so say show man munya ne ade ndi emu wa na 2 cedis no e sha ase yira ade na ze bibi wom oni me ya adwene a comment wo na che wa adwene na biza bi say do you think the idea was political by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration? No, say sharp observation there, boss. And honestly, a lot of Ghanaians have asked the same question. Let's break it down fairly and look at both economic and political angles. No, say I enyame nkwa na mehu sa nsusu na emum Ghana fo bebre nsu wohu until after the breaking down. No, say officially it was a monetary decision. As officially no Bank of Ghana shise pa na mo si o meyi every next Akufo-Addo Bawumia ayi de omo mu ni mu hwe ti men fa hwe nko show. Aye. And was it political timing raises questions. No, see that's it, boss. Politics and economics often mix in Ghana, so your suspicion isn't baseless. Here's why some people saw it as political. The phasing out began during a time when the economy was under pressure, inflation rising, CD depreciating, and fiscal challenges deepening. Some critics believe the move was part of cosmetic approach to make it seem like the government was modernizing Ghana's currency system. And next, they don't know so can hold. And I'm say ChatGPT na dey ni. And I'm say do you know? Do you think it was an attack on the Nkrumah's dominance? Let's say maybe ChatGPT view say, unsusu say 2 cedis here yashe there see ye free mu. And I'm say na enche na sentem na enye say attack bi e dey to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to me ni nanimu nyama owo Ghana fo bebre yeso ana. No say boss, that's a deep, powerful angle, and you are not alone in thinking that way. Many patriotic Ghanaians have raised that same suspicion. But facing out the 2 cedi note, the one bearing Dr. Nkrumah's image, might have symbolic or political undertones, not just economic ones. And I say, let's unpack that carefully and fairly. No, say one, the 2 cedi note was symbolically Nkrumah's. The 2 cedi note featured Dr. Nkrumah, Ghana's first president and the symbol of independence, Pan-Africanism, and national pride. For many, seeing his face on currency represents national identity and legacy. So when that specific note started disappearing, it didn't feel random to some people in Ghana. And I say, it's worth nothing. The 1 cedi note, which features the big six, including Nkrumah, is still around, but the 2 cedi note was uniquely Nkrumah alone. And I say, They said two city notes na ye dia gina wa hye Kwame Nkrumah no nyam ne de ejina wo ma yen fa ahodie ne pan-africanism ne yen pride. They say yen pride pride yen ahoho ahoa, yes yen ahoho ahoa say Nkrumah na okoje ye man si wo na nti no say ya hyeda na ye yi film de enye random na mum bibi ta akire because adenti na note bebrebe nyinaa wo na de just de Nkrumah nko a ti da so na ne saa. Name Bank of Ghana also say number 2 officially the Bank of Ghana says no politics. The Bank of Ghana has never admitted any political motivation. They said it was purely about durability and cost, not about who was on the note. But politics in Ghana often operates subtly. It's not always what's said, but what's done symbolically. The perception, a bloating Nkrumah's image. You know, say adwempo kura Ghana fo ye nya bi kura no tese tese bi mu share da so mbe defeat Kwame Nkrumah say be bre na nimu nyam ase no ende na say wo nyina so nti was some political observers and citizens interpreted the 2CD phase out as a quiet attempt to reduce Nkrumah's visible dominance in Ghana's public life. No, or say nti ChatGPT say 2 CDs no tinu kwa ende ya sheda chinchina tese ade Dr. Addison si obeyi afi won de enye bibia se Dr. Nkrumah just obi anu so na koji ye na ebi mu na bo mo tim po se mo be ye free ho na je se tumia ni influencer owo ye nso no ye free ho na kakra kakra no je se Nkrumah ya pepa ne din free kra free ye history mu yes asema e kan no see especially since Nkrumah's legacy doesn't align with the ideology of the current government, which is from the Dankwa Buzia Dombo tradition, historically opposed Nkrumah CPP. Until back then, any 2025, until 2020, 2017, about 2024 there. No, see, now, I see a mamma, no one, and no kufu, a mamma, just say what ni free Dankwa Buzia Dombo tradition mu no mo nje Nkrumah hyehyɛ ne nneɛma ntumti no ɔmo so mbɛtena aso ɛte sɛ ɔmo wɔ saa mogya no bi wɔ mu deɛ na ɛsɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ bibi deɛ ɛde ayi Nkrumah dominance firi hɔ nti ɔsi to those who see Ghana's politics through that historical lens, the move look like a symbolic erasure even if not officially declared. Nti no say ya ye de ye hu ni say dana adoda nkwa na ne wo fa ne JB da nkwa nti no nti wa hye da so yi Kwame enam se na de JB da nkwa nso ne Nkrumah enka nti no wa hye da so obe yi Nkrumah tumi a wo Ghana fo so ne ade na afiri ho eso wa yi ni din kakra kakra fi history mu na just omu tim po mpese JB da nkwa nso animunyam ba bi na esa bam na esa na te no abusuafo ntini eno no aja kokora minimum rent kopɛ kakra no mema na eno no na da hɔ no nti ususu sen afei me de mawie my presentation awie as a concerned Ghanaian me gye Nkrumah ne kyese nneɛma ekoso yɛ Ghana man mu ano me so me busa sɛ den na wo so susu yɛ sitie ususu sɛ Bank of Ghana susu yi mu sɛ 2CD note ne ni ahoɔden yɛ titire Nkrumah ti da so ne ni ahoɔden nti na ye yi afiri wɔ na ye de coins mu asi anan no Flagstaff House na da so na mum ye yi 2 CDs Nkrumah ti da so ne de ye yi 5 CDs ye yi on say apart from 2 CDs note ne de all other currency note ni nyinaa no the big six da so ahye no so 2 CDs be na Dr. Nkrumah ti da so na nsia na ye se ye di kwa agree se kwa chiri Professor Agri, Kwaichi Agri or something. I'm sorry. I really appreciate your work for Ghana, but I'm sorry I could not get your name. I'm sorry, pardon me. But I know he was called Agri, Professor Kwajiri Agri. Yeah, I think that's it. Apart from on Nkrumah pen na nitida yin na nti wo kire ususu sɛ ka kire mo comment section wo sɛ wo hwɛ ususu sɛ Bank of Ghana na ɔbɔ sɛ yɛ cooperative ka yɛ mbɔka bebree ana sɛ attack na na do dankwa ne abawumi administration no nam mogya ne abusuabɔ a ɔmo dankwa buzi administration dombo ni wonti no na mo share that so mo be deface Nkrumah no ma pepa the two meaning the history free Ghana no to man. Che wadwe your comment section wo na bo modern answer so be subscribe to Legendz Studioz channel na me hu my next video. Yeah, the Dan ya upload nice and amazing, entertaining, educative, and then funny videos on my channel here. So both my DMs will be subscribing. Now bet you why your comment section. I'll be give you this video to a thumbs up. And until then, I'll see you in my next video. It's all love. I love you all. My name is Aaron Apia. Could be watching change hina me di man. Kasi someone kramema. Me do bibia me hu my next video makramo. Peace. Shalom. Bye.